My name is Adam. We do daily devotionals for busy Christians, so let's cannonball right into this thing. It's March 4th, and we're talking about the mission of discipleship, saying yes to Jesus. Mark 1:17 says, "Then Jesus said to them, 'Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men.'" End quote. The call that changes everything. Imagine standing at the edge of something unknown. Your hands are rough from years of hard work. Your routine is predictable. Your life is steady. And then Jesus appears. He looks you straight into the soul and says, "Follow me." No details, no roadmap, just an invitation to trust him. It's exactly what happened to Simon and Peter. They were fishermen, ordinary men with ordinary lives, yet a single moment changed their worlds, changed the world. They didn't ask for explanation. They didn't weigh the risks. They simply dropped their nets and followed. Have you ever felt that nudge? That deep stirring in your soul that says, there's something more. Maybe Jesus is calling you to step out in faith today. Maybe he's asking you to surrender your comfort and step into his great purpose. But let's be honest, stepping into the unknown is super scary. Trusting God's plan when we can't see the full picture is one of the hardest things that we can do. Yet every disciple who ever followed Jesus had to take that leap. Abraham left his home. Moses faced Pharaoh. David stood before Goliath. None of them had greatness. They only had God's promise. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. Jesus isn't asking for your expertise. He's asking for your obedience. Will you trust him? Will you step forward even when the future looks unclear? The call is still the same today. Follow me. Why them? Why us? It's easy to believe that Jesus calls the extraordinary, the ones with perfect faith and polished words. But look who he actually called. Fishermen, tax collectors, outcasts. He didn't look for status. He looked for surrender. Maybe you're like me. You feel unqualified. Maybe you've questioned whether God could ever use someone like you. Well, here's the truth. Jesus didn't call the equipped. He equips the called. Following Jesus certainly isn't about having all the answers. It's about taking one step at a time, trusting that he will shape you as you walk with him. If he could transform Peter, the impulsive, flawed, and sometimes fearful disciple, into a rock of faith, he can transform us too. Think about the disciples' backgrounds. Peter, a fisherman; Matthew, a tax collector; Thomas, a debtor. Yet Jesus chose them, trained them, and sent them to change the world. Not because they were the best candidates, but because they were willing. The same's true for us today. God isn't looking for the most talented or the most knowledgeable. He's looking for those who will say yes. He's looking for the hearts that are willing to be molded, the lives that are open to his guidance, the power of a yes. What made Simon and Andrew's moment so powerful? Their immediate yes. No second guessing, no hesitation. They walked away from everything to follow Jesus. How often do we hesitate? We want clarity. We want security. We want to know how the story ends before we take the first step. Faith doesn't work that way. Saying yes to Jesus, it isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Every day we have the choice to follow him deeper, to trust him more, and to surrender a little more of our will for his. And every day he proves himself faithful. Jesus isn't asking for your full understanding. He's asking for your trust. He's calling you into something bigger than yourself, something that will stretch you in ways that you never imagined. And the best part, he doesn't leave you to figure it out alone. I will make you fishers of men. He promised. He does the shaping. He does the transforming. We just have to follow. What's your yes? Is it stepping into a new ministry, reaching out to someone in need, letting go of a fear and saying yes to his plan? Maybe it's trusting him in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that he's guiding your steps even when you can't see the way forward. The greatest adventure begins with a simple yes. You ready? Thanks so much for spending a minute here with me. Hey, if you've got a second to like, share, or comment, it really does help to get the word out there. It becomes increasingly more difficult to get the algorithms to pick Christian content. So any help in that matter is truly appreciated. Onward, my friends, and God bless you.